Okay, so today I'm doing a video all about like purity within the entertainment world that we live in, because there's a lot of really awesome good shows, and I'm going to share with that at the end some good movies and shows to watch that are Catholic and just praising God and really inspiring. So I'm going to share that with you at the end. But this is actually a collaboration with my good friend Laura from What Laura Likes. She is phenomenal. She is a very devout Catholic. She's, you know, a YouTuber, and I can't wait to someday hopefully meet her, because I feel like she's kind of a soul sister. So she's gonna do a video on this as well and kind of give her take on the same thing. So, so anyway, let me get into this. So I will say that, you know, I used to not really care too much about what I would watch on TV. And I kind of became numb to a lot of things that was going on, you know, in the entertainment business. You know, all the people that were sleeping with each other outside of wedlock, and you know, all these different things that our culture is telling us, and kind of, I feel like, shoving down our throat what they think should be okay in today's world. And that is very contradicting to what the Catholic Church teaches, to what God wants of us, to having a pure and holy soul. And so it is hard to find things that are good and holy. I will say I struggled, please no judgment, but I struggled with watching The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Like, I really like that show. I would watch it, and it just came to me that is, like, I felt like God was like, this is not holy, Heather. Like, this is women tearing each other down, like gossiping about each other, flaunting their money, things that are not virtuous and good and holy, you know. And so I had to kind of take a step back and be like, yeah, like that. And it was kind of hard to not go back to that, but I really felt like God was asking me to give it up, and I'm glad. I'm really glad. I do not miss it now. It's not some, like, it's embarrassing to say that I liked watching that, but it's one of those things that the world kind of just sucks you in, and you want to know what's going to happen next, and you know, all these things. But a good thing to think about is, you know, think about if Jesus and Mary were sitting on the couch next to you, would you be watching this show? Like, what type of show would you watch in front of Jesus, with Jesus and Mary? Like, what show? And I can guarantee most of the shows on TV today you would not be watching, because of, you know, all of, like, I can't get over how many shows have sex before marriage, like how it's just a normal everyday thing, and it's so casual, and just, it just breaks my heart, because it's so much more than that. And you know, if two characters are in love with each other or have feelings, they're not even in love, they have feelings for each other. That's how they show it in the TV shows and all of that, is by having sex. That's like the next stage, clearly. And it's like, that is so backwards. That is not what God says. That, you know, that is fornication. Like, that is not okay. God wants us to wait till we're married. So anyway, so it is hard to find good, entertaining shows today that are virtuous, that will bring us closer to God. You know, it's kind of like what we eat. You know, if we eat junk food all the time, if we're constantly eating things that are not good for our body, like, eventually our health is going to deteriorate. We're going to start not feeling good. You know, what we eat does affect, like, our energy, like all of these things. And the same goes for our soul. If we are constantly bombarded with the worldliness of materialism, of, you know, sex before marriage, whatever makes you feel good inside, do that, which is like the opposite of what Christianity should be. It should be about loving God first, not ourselves first. And stuff. So it's hard to find good holy shows, but they're out there. So I'm going to share with you some good holy shows. If you know of any, please share them, because I would love to hear them. I really, you know, at the end of the day, my husband and I have about a half hour where we just sit and either talk or like watch a show. And it's hard to find good shows, honestly, that are okay to watch, you know, that don't have all that garbage in them. So I'm going to share with you a couple of them. First of all, this is Paul, Apostle of Christ, and this is kind of what made me think to do this video in the first place, because not all entertainment is bad, especially if you do it in the right way. I mean, there are, you know, shows that are good and movies that are good, but it's not okay to just binge watch. Like, we need to go out there and serve. We need to pray. We need to do other things in our life than just binge watch. So, but this movie is phenomenal. This is so good. This is with Jim Caviezel, and he plays Saint Luke. And then this is Paul the Apostle. And it is so, so good. So it shows you what happens after Christ dies. Pretty much like the persecution and going into hiding and all of that. But they do such a good job at showing you that it's worth it. That like when you have Christ, you would be willing to die for Christ. And so I just say, my husband loved this movie too. I got him this. And it really truly inspired me in two ways. Number one, it made me want to read the Bible, because it made me help understand the Bible a little better than I did before I watched it. But it made me want to die to myself and to live for Christ, and to just, I mean, it inspired me probably more than any movie. Maybe The Passion of Christ, but I would say on the production level, they're pretty much the same. Like, really, really good quality, very intriguing, easy to watch. I did see this on YouTube. I believe it's the whole movie, so don't feel like you need to go out and buy it or rent it. It is called Paul, the Apostle of Christ. So definitely look that up, maybe even on YouTube, because it is so good. I just highly recommend it. Okay, so there's another show called Real Life Catholic, and that is phenomenal. If you have Amazon Prime, then you can watch the first season for free. And it's actually with another Catholic YouTuber called Chris Stefanik. Is that what his last name is? But he is so positive and just so encouraging. He's so awesome. He's really, really good Catholic speaker and everything. But pretty much what this show does, it's really well produced, easy to watch. My husband loved this show, which says a lot. It's like 20-minute episodes, and I want to say there's like 10 in the series. And he goes to different parts of the country and kind of interviews people, talks about what they do, about the Catholic faith. And it's just so uplifting, encouraging. I love it. And it's free on Amazon Prime. Now, they did come out with a season 2, and you do have to pay for that one. We have not bought it yet, but we're going to. My husband, we do not buy movies or anything like that, you know, digital, but we really, really loved it. It was so, so good. So we're gonna buy the second episode. I haven't checked it out, but I'm guessing it's just as good. So Real Life Catholic on Amazon Prime, if you're writing this down. And I'll put it all in the description and links or whatever there is. Also, there is kind of like Netflix, only there's a Catholic version and then a Christian version. So the Catholic version is called forum.org, and a lot of Catholic churches actually have a special code where you can watch it for free. Otherwise, it's like a subscription to like Netflix or something like that, where every month you'll pay a certain amount. But it has a lot of kids shows, but it's very Catholic. Everything's Catholic, everything's okay to watch. There's a lot of inspirational things and all of that, different shows and stuff. So if you really want to dive into the Catholic faith, that might be a good one. And also the kids can watch things. PureFlix is the Christian kind of version, and they have a lot of movies on there. And the movies, I'm not gonna lie, they're a little cheesy, but they're really good. They're really good and really inspiring, help you want to grow in holiness, and that's what we need. We need things that will inspire us to grow in holiness. The other thing is, if you are a parent, this might be really good. I was contacted by Envago, and they actually have this whole series on, you know, parenting. Like if you need parenting tips on how to help your kids to survive in today's world. This is a great one, and so I will link all their stuff down below, but it's pretty much helping you kind of walk through parenting, like in, you know, in a holy place. It's really to help you to stay in a holy place with your kids and your family and all of that. It's really good. I saw a couple of demos for it and stuff, so I will leave that link down below as well. And there's actually a promo code for it, even though this I'm not getting anything for this, but it is a $15 off the DVD set if you push in Mom's Life. And so I'll put the promo code and all of that down below if you're interested, if you want to check it out. So definitely, if you have any good shows, put them below. Check out What Laura Likes, her video. I can't wait to see it. She has a lot of wisdom and a lot of good things to say, so I can't wait to check out her videos. And until next time, I will see you all later. God bless. Bye.